Hi, I'm Aurora, I'm from Italy, and I'm going to explain you the educational system of my dreams. First of all, I think the state had to invest and give importance to the training and education of each individual. I think it's also very important that the state recognizes the role of teachers. The role of teachers is fundamental and have to be considered as one of the most important works that exist. Teacher, in fact, is an expert and competent figure about children's education. Every child has to be considered as an original and unique being, and the inclination of the children have to be respected and valued. Investing in the training of children means investing in improving society. My School of Dreams does not aim only at the transmission of knowledge, but at the acquisition of skills that make the child citizen of his country and the world around him or her. The skills acquired have to make the child independent, aware of their abilities and their actions. My dream school is based on collaboration between teachers, between parents and teachers, between children and teachers, and between children. My ideal school is the realization of the concept of the school community, where nobody is competing with the other, but rather is willing to help the other and work with him or her to achieve the goal together. In my dream school, the most important thing is not the score and the result, but the acquisition of the new competence and the exchange of knowledge. The goal is not accompanying the student step by step in the daily life of all his experience, but to propose an education that pushes him or her to make autonomous and fruitful choices as a result of a continuous comparison of his planning with the values that guide society in which he or she lives. For the concretization of my educational values, I propose from the kindergarten practical lessons that lead the child to be more and more autonomous. Manual lessons, for example, learning how to knit, learning to sew, draw, use a knife or fork, cooking, knowing how to orientate, and etc. In order to realize a community of practice among children, school materials should not be individual but collective. For example, pencils and books. Cooperative activities during the lessons are very important to make a relationship of collaboration. I propose instead the votes. There should be constructive criticism about what the child has done well and about what needs to improve. In order to concretely realize my idea, I propose to teach students to be able to select information from newspapers and on web and to recognize real life from the virtual life. In my School of Dreams, the education is free for all school orders in order to make cultural emancipation possible for all citizens, even the most economically disadvantaged. If children don't have to pay to go to school, even the poorest families are more motivated to send their children to school even after schooling. The state provides funding for the school, both for materials and facilities and for teacher training. In order for children to feel safe in school, it is necessary that the instructors that welcome them are good, and to make their learning easier, it's necessary and that the schools have innovative and functional materials. The state has also to promote the continuous training and the continuous updating of teachers, so their point of view can change over time and their methods can be increasingly functional and appropriate. It's also important that the Minister of Education be a person who knows well the scholastic reality and is always informed about the needs of the schooling community. My ideal school is an inclusive school in which even children with special needs have the opportunity to learn and create networks of friendship with other children. Among teachers, it is important that there be a constructive criticism report made possible, for example, through meetings where opinions, material are exchanged and help to solve problems are shared. In particular, I propose weekly meetings to monitor the progress of the teaching and monthly actions for Plexus project involving children of different ages. There shouldn't be too much separation between teachers and the principal, because often the gap leads to hiding problems or false relationship, but there should not be too much confidence, which leads to favoritism and little objectivity. The teacher is authoritative but not authoritarian. The teacher is not the source of knowledge but a mediator between the object of knowledge and the child. I think it's important for children to learn how to do something, so I would like many workshops to be organized in my school. Through the laboratory experience, learning becomes more meaningful and the children can better remember what they have learned. My School of Dream prepares children for life, and at school you can learn how to live in the world.